Hey, I'm Carrie. Welcome for the first time. Welcome back. All around. Welcome. I'm carrieblogger, a career freelancer on Fiverr.com, where I've been selling as a Fiverr Pro verified copywriter for about the past 7 years now. Normally I post on Freelance Fridays, so be sure to join me for that. But this is week 5 in my Life as a Freelancer series about me training to run a marathon. So excited. It's Monday, which means that it is active rest day. I'm gonna do a little bit of yoga later. I have done literally nothing today except for watch, 8 hours worth of YouTube videos. I am currently on vacation, wellness break. So excited for that. Starting yesterday afternoon, I finished the rest of the work that was in my queue. If you were here for week 4, you saw my teeny tiny breakdown, struggling with a lot of anxiety last week. I decided I deserve and I need a solid week off. Today was the first day of that. I also solo partied a little too hard last night, and I definitely have a wee bit of a hangover. I was really pumped about that 15-mile run and not having to do anything today. That's kind of a dangerous combination with, yeah. But anyway, I feel fine now. You're welcome to jump in here, or you can go back to the beginning. As I mentioned, this is like a run by run, day by day journey, what it really looks like for a very average person to train for a marathon. Last week my race got canceled because of coronavirus, of course, and so I will be just doing my own marathon. It's going to be like a virtual race, so it's pretty anticlimactic, but the goal has been set and I will do it, and it will be awesome. Thanks for being here, whether you are running this along with me and I'm your virtual run buddy, or you're just keeping up with me. I very much appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe to my very, very small but growing little channel. Yoga is up next, and then I will see you tomorrow.
Line from the crown of the head to the middle. Cool. Keep these where they are. Bring the right hand to the center. And inhale. Left hand to the center of the spine. So you might not make it all the way here at first. I can maybe here or even here, depending on the weight of the body. Just be where you are. Stay. Meet your exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Open. Move the breath. Exhale. Release. Maybe left fingertips a little bit. Maybe inhale. Open.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May. Normally Tuesday is my speedy 3 miles, but my race training plan is changing it up a little bit. So today was actually 6 easy miles. I would not have called them easy. They weren't hard. It wasn't painful. I didn't want to quit. I just didn't really enjoy them. But that's okay. I don't have to love every single run, and I still did it. I still burned like 700 calories. I still got a nice hour of vitamin D. I'm still loving being on vacation. Today I watched even more YouTube videos just on repeat in bed all day long, giving myself that break I needed. Murder hornets. Huh? Are we need to talk about that? All right, today was supposed to be another easy 6 miles, and I changed it up again. I just love the hill course, so I decided I'm just gonna do it anyway, turning it back into a hilly 6. My mom asked me this morning, so I guess I haven't actually said yet, if you're curious, where I got my marathon training plan from. I found this on Self, I think, self.com, Self magazine. And I did simplify it a little bit just because I really don't have any patience for like 200 meters at race pace. And then it's either gonna be easy, fast, or hilly. And so that's the only thing I've done to simplify the training plan. But other than that, I've been following it as suggested. And so like I mentioned, today was supposed to be flat ground, but I decided I wanted to do hills anyway. And it wasn't a mistake, but it wasn't a good run. My watch, I have a Garmin, and mile 1, it tells me my performance level. I'm not sure how it judges it for sure, but it's always so disheartening when it tells me that I'm starting out the run with a negative performance level. Like, really? And it was just really hot outside, and I just feel really tired and a little bit like physically run down. And so, I said it's supposed to be an easy run. I allowed myself to walk at times, and there's also some construction on my path. So instead of doing my usual loop, I did a down and back So I didn't actually get to the top of the hill, which is like 2/3 of the way through my loop. So it's just a little bit easier. I let myself walk. It wasn't ideal and I wouldn't like to do that all the time, but I think that for today, that was what was best. I didn't finish a book. Like I mentioned earlier, Vanished Birds, I was just not feeling it. And that's the first book this year that I've decided not to finish. Usually I power through, even if it's just putting it on in the background and kind of just letting it run itself out until I'm over with it and I can say, great, I can move on. And I tried that, but I still had 7 hours left of that book and I just did not care at all. I do not connect with any of the characters, the actual storyline. I was 6 or so hours in and it still wasn't even sure what the plot of the book was going to be, and even what it was, I didn't really care. The sci-fi world building, it literally did not give me any information about anything I was interested in, like the fact that a main character was still alive more than 1,000 years later, but there's no mention of that. They just gloss over that entirely. It's like, that's interesting. Tell me the science behind that. Give me some world details here. Anyway, not to go on a rant about that. So now I'm reading The Color Purple. I have heard that title before, and I'm pretty sure that's like a modern classic, and I'm really enjoying it. It is heartbreaking. I'm on this emotional book journey right now. It's kind of the story where literally everything that could possibly go wrong for a person under serious abuse and oppression is happening, and it's kind of like they're not even upset about the trials that they face, almost because they don't even realize what life could be or how it could be different. And it's very sad and heartbreaking, and just kind of a story of perseverance and surviving and creating a life even in the midst of all of this adversity, and how you just kind of hold on and find little glimpses of happiness. So it's very sad, really enjoying it. That was a really good part of my run, even though it wasn't a good run. I did get to listen to more of my book because I did walk for parts of it. So right now my days are just being filled with a ton of Netflix, a lot of planned Stardew Valley and YouTube videos, and just chilling the F out, because that's what my brain has been needing. I hope that you are also enjoying a moment of relaxation, doing what's right for you, and I will see you tomorrow. Easy 6 miles today, and it was amazing. I loved that run. It was just so invigorating and refreshing. I just keep saying I needed it. Like when I finished the run, it was literally just the cherry on top of my day. And even while I'm on vacation and I'm not working right now, and I literally played Stardew Valley for like 5 hours today, it just makes me feel so good. I'm still loving The Color Purple. Beautiful audiobook, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know if my run was feeling easier, just effort-wise, because yesterday's run was so hard, or if I just really nailed into an easy, comfortable pace. Usually when I judge easy runs versus like speedy runs, it's really just effort for me. I do track a little bit of my pace on my watch, but I try not to watch it too much because then I kind of micromanage and not listening to my book and not just getting in the zone. So usually it's just kind of effort based. And the only other thing, just to comment on mostly for myself, thinking out loud here, is that I think I'm not eating enough. I have the kind of personality where when I get sucked into something, whether that's work or a project or literally anything, I forget to eat. And so I'll just go hours and hours, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's 4 o'clock and I haven't eaten lunch yet, and now it's almost dinner. And so that was me today. I definitely need to be, I think, a little more aware of my eating schedule and make sure that I'm eating enough given the fact that I'm running all of these miles. And then also, eating good food would be better for me too, not just quesadillas for lunch and Beyond Burgers and ice cream and tater tots. Happy Sunday, happy long run day, and happy Mother's Day. This week, as I mentioned before, is kind of a recovery week because I hit kind of my PR distance last week with 15 miles. So my long run this week scaled back a little and it was just 12, which still feels like a heck of a lot. Let's start with 2 of our favorite segments on this show, which is Carrie's Wildlife Adventures. I saw 3 bunny rabbits today on my run, and they were adorable. I also, for Carrie's booktube, finished The Color Purple. It timed perfectly with the end of my run, which was very nice. And my thoughts of it are still that it is just a beautifully written book. It's more something you just kind of sit with and think about and experience. It doesn't have like a strong storyline. It doesn't follow like there really isn't even a climax to the book. It doesn't follow a specific arc. And so it just kind of happens and you just like live with these characters in a really beautiful way. The start of the book is just like so heartbreakingly sad, like all of the trials and obstacles and oppression and abuse that these people are suffering. But as the book goes on, you really realize that it's really a story about forgiveness, and forgiveness in a way that's not like active. It really follows the characters as they build community and find relationships with each other. And that's kind of a transient love and not feeling tied to the past, not feeling hatred that lasts, and being able to like rework those relationships in the moment in a way that still feels like family and community by the end. And I really enjoyed it. So 5 out of 5 for me. Now on to the actual run, since theoretically that's what we're all here for, if anyone's still watching. Today was 12 miles and it was an early run for me. I woke up at 6 so that I could get on the road at 7 a.m. because it's gonna be so hot today. And also we just have some Mother's Day planned, so I wanted to make sure my run was done early. I've been trying my Camelback again that I just got, and I've learned how to use that a little bit better. So I'm really enjoying using that as well. And overall it was just a nice run, a slow run for sure. It was a lot slower than I have been doing my pace wise, but again, I just try to follow by effort, not micromanaging pace. And the effort felt decent the whole way through. And there's this magical moment that I'm not sure I've commented on yet. Miles like 1 through 3 of a long run feel like death. And then from like 5 to 9 miles, those miles whip by. I eat a chew for energy and have a drink of water every mile, which is rewarding to me just because I'm a very like consistent person. So I'm like, ooh, it's already been another mile. And that's literally how it feels. I'm literally like, oh, I get to eat another chew. Okay, that was really fast. And then just finishing up from mile 9 to 12 is like home stretch. I can do it. Just keep going. It'll be fine. It's kind of interesting how your brain perceives that progress and perceives the motivation to continue. And in my case, to really hone into that audiobook and kind of just meditate away from the fact that I'm running. I'm really impressed by the people who choose to run without music or without an audiobook and just focus on themselves. That's pretty crazy. I don't think that my mental stamina is quite there yet, but maybe in the future I'll get there. All right, I think that is the end of my weekly wrap up. Overall, running has been a little hard this week, but not breaking me, not broken down. Happy Mother's Day. If you're running this with me, again, congrats. You just ran 12 miles. You did amazing. If you're just watching this on your couch, also pretty cool. Just be sure to like and subscribe, and then you will be equally cool as, I don't know. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.